Welcome to my channel. I am Liliana, woman with a vision. My message from God today is someone around you, a group of people around you, purposefully gave you bad advice. You went to them with some ideas and things that you wanted to do, or a business or something that you wanted to start it, or a job. It was something new that you wanted to start, or you had started it already. And these people, they gave you bad advice on purpose. Be careful of who you tell your plans to. Sometimes it's better to keep things to yourself, because when people see that you're going to glow up, or you were going to take whatever you were doing to the next level, out of jealousy and out of envy, because they didn't want to see you move ahead, because whatever you were doing, you were going to move ahead of them. Meaning that you were going to be, on another level in your life. And it might have been better than whatever they were doing. And they didn't want to see you move ahead, so they gave you bad advice. They doubted you. They saw the shine in you. They knew that you were going to make it, but they just didn't want to see you shine, didn't want to see you move ahead, not before them. That's what I hear. They can't do this and they can't move ahead, not before me. I have to do it first. This was very selfish of them, because if they were your friend or family member or whoever these people were, and they really cared about you, they would not have given you the advice that they gave you. But even though they gave you this bad advice, you still move forward. It didn't matter. They feel guilty, they feel bad, but they were purposefully giving you bad advice. And everything that they said was gonna happen didn't even happen. You still move forward anyway. There may have been some tests and trials along the way, and maybe everything didn't go the way that you planned it to go when you stepped out on faith and started whatever it is that you were starting. It probably didn't go the right, go in the direction that you thought it was going to go. Maybe there were a few mishaps, things happening, and, it kind of slowed you down a little bit, set you back a little bit, a few setbacks along the way, but you still made it. But there was some people around you that maybe you vented to. Oh, this happened. I don't know what I'm going to do. How do I get out of this situation? Because we depend on the people that are closest to us sometimes to vent to, just because we need to get it off our chest sometimes. But sometimes it's better just to leave what you got going on in your life to yourself. Talk to God. Consult with God, because they were purposefully giving you bad advice because they didn't want to see you move ahead. Because whatever you were doing, you were going to outshine them. You were going to kind of move above them because of what you were doing. And there were people that were backing you up in it. They saw the shine. They saw the attention that you were getting from whatever it is that you were doing. But out of jealousy and envy, they wanted to stop it. So be careful of who you tell your plans to, of who you vent to when you have issues and things going on, whatever situation it may be. Be careful who you tell things to, because these people did not have your best interest at heart. They wanted to see you fail because they were afraid that you were going to move ahead of them, that you were going to move up the next level in your life. They were afraid. People are so jealous and envious, and sometimes we don't catch on because we're caring, we're loving. We think, oh, this is my friend, or this is my family. This is my mother, my sister, my brother. These are people that are close to me. Why would they go against me? Those be the main people who don't have your best interests at heart. And I know you feel like, oh, I can vent to this person, and why would they tell me anything wrong? Or this is my family, or this is my friend. Sometimes it's those people that are closest to you that are the ones that may let you down, that are secretively in competition with you. Because for a person not wanting to see you move forward because maybe you're kind of getting ahead of them, definitely that's jealousy and envy. And they don't care about you, because if you really cared about a person, you would be rooting them on no matter what their position may be, ahead of you, behind you, whatever. You'll still root them on because you care about them, the love that you have for them. wouldn't be jealous. That spirit of jealousy wouldn't be that spirit of, I don't want them to outdo me, because I don't feel like you're competing with these people, because whatever you were doing had nothing to do with their life. This was your journey. This was your path. This is what God had for you to do. And that's why no matter what they did to try to come against you, it didn't even work. The bad advice that they were giving you, and even if they were doing other things behind your back to try to sabotage it or stop it, you still move forward. So it really was just a waste of their time, but they purposefully gave you bad advice. They did. They did not want to see you move forward. And I know some people, they don't want to hear that, especially when it's people that they care about. They don't want to hear, oh, this person didn't want to see, they gave you, oh, why would they do that? They did. And if someone else pointed that out to you, they weren't just saying that because they had a problem with that person. They were saying that because that's what they saw. See, a lot of times we get angry when other people, maybe someone else around you pointed it out to you and you got upset. Well, that's not true. Why would this person do this? Is my family member. This is someone I've been knowing for 20, 30 years. And why would they do that? Yeah, sometimes we need to sit back and pay attention ourselves. Other people may have tried to tell you if you didn't want to listen because you felt like this is your family. But yeah, they were purposefully trying to sabotage whatever you had going on by giving you bad advice when it came to whatever you were doing, whatever you were pursuing and going forth and doing. And that's hurtful. I'm not saying you're going to get over it overnight, because I feel like now you're aware. Now that you're sitting back and you're thinking about it, and everyone was trying to tell you and you weren't listening, or whatever the situation may have been, or maybe you came to some senses and was like, wait a minute, why would you tell me to do that? Maybe God allowed you to see this person for who they were on your own, and you questioned it, and they denied it, and you were kind of still like pondering or wondering, like, is this true? Yeah, it's true. Think about the things that people say to you. You'll kind of know when people are jealous and envious of you through conversation. And you'll think a person is kidding or they're being really sarcastic, but some people mean what they say. People mean what they say. They try to do it in a sarcastic way because they don't want you to know that they're saying those things about you because you were questioning them. So they try to do it in a little tricky, smart, sarcastic way. But this person really meant everything they said. They were afraid that you were going to move ahead of them. They were afraid that you were going to move to that next level in your life. And they felt like, oh, there's no way this person is moving ahead of me. They did. They did. Stop doubting yourself. Stop second guessing. You know when someone is coming for you. You know when someone doesn't have your best interest at heart. Listen to their conversation. Listen to how they say things. Everybody is not your friend. Everybody does not have your best interest at heart. And this is why I always talk about discernment and letting God lead and guide you, and pay attention to the red flags that God tries to show you when people don't have your best interest at heart, especially the people that are closest to you, because those are the ones that we least expect. We least expect those people. My family or someone this has been my best friend since we were in the kindergarten. You don't expect for those people to come against you. And when someone may tell you or point it out, or you may realize it hurts you so bad that you probably don't even address it. You're like, I can't even address this. This hurt me so bad. Why would this person do this? And if you were to address them, they probably would deny it, but it's the truth. We know, some people say intuitively, and I say the spirit of discernment is God letting you know when a person doesn't have good intentions towards you. And because we love so much, because naturally that's what we were made to do. We were made to love and to care, and to be empathetic, sympathetic, whatever. That's naturally towards each other, especially our family members and our loved ones and our companions, relationships, people that are close to us. That's what we're meant for on this earth. That's how God made us. So when someone comes that we care about and they do things with not having good intentions, sometimes we don't see it because of the love that we have for a person. There's nothing wrong with you. You just didn't see it because you love this person. You care about them. This is someone I've been knowing all my life because that's how God automatically made us to be. But it's easy to overlook it when we love people so much. But God is trying to show you, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And no matter what they said or did anyway, it didn't work because God was protecting you and keeping you safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. I can't tell you what to do, but I would suggest that if you see a person like that and you see them trying to sabotage anything positive or your business or a job or whatever you have going on, if you see them trying to sabotage it and stop it, I would suggest that you kind of leave some space between you and that person. Because just because you notice it and you may have pointed it out, that doesn't mean that they're going to stop coming for you. It depends on their mindset. All you can do is pray for people like that and love them from a distance. It didn't work. In the end, it didn't work. But yes, they were purposefully giving you bad advice. And it's hurtful, especially coming from someone that you care about. God is so good. And remember, God was protecting you the whole time through the situation. It was protecting you from all hurt, harm, and danger through the whole time, through this whole situation. This may be confirmation for you. And if there were people around you and they were telling you, that was your confirmation. That was your confirmation. That was God warning you and letting you know that this person is purposefully giving you bad information to try to ruin what you had going on. But it didn't work anyway. God is so good. Thank God for being here, and thank God for his protection. I always thank God for his protection, not just physically, but that spiritual warfare, things that we don't see that are going on behind our back, things that we're not aware of, things that we don't see people close to us doing because we care about them so much, we love them so much, we don't expect for them to do us like that. But God is always protecting us and keeping us safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Thank you all so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you all so much for listening to this message and sharing this message, if it doesn't apply with you, with someone who may need it today. I know it's someone who's going through that situation, with someone around them sarcastically and purposefully giving you bad advice, or giving someone bad advice just to try to stop the blessing or stop you from going on the path that God has for you. But remember, whatever God has for you, they can't stop it no way. God will be able to turn that, whatever they said or whatever they done or whatever bad advice that they did give you, he's able to turn that around 360 degrees and allow it to go in your way. That's God's favor upon your life. God loves you so much. And guess what? I love you too. Thank you all so much for all the love, the subscribers that I have, the people commenting, all the love that you all shared to my page. I appreciate you all so much. I can't tell you all enough. Every day I really appreciate all the love. You all are just a blessing to me. And there's no way that I wouldn't be obedient to God and be a blessing to you. God bless you all.